What's going on, Bud Mashers? I'm Mr. Gamer.
And I'm Kitty Duvall.
And welcome to SBRReports episode 41, the infamous flop of the overfunded FanCon. Oh, I enjoyed writing that title, just letting you know. Before we get into things, I feel like I've been doing this a lot as we keep doing these podcasts. And that's thanking you guys because every day I'm managing the site. Every day I'm looking at what I can do, and the fact that I am getting like just people hitting the site or liking, a meme that I will say are better cultivated by Miss Duvall than myself. I am not very good at that.
Oh, well,
but
thank you.
I will definitely say that it means a whole lot to me. Every bit of every single person who listens and comments and everything. So before we get into everything, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. And now with that, let's get into the one thing that we all know that we need a whole lot more of, and that's Battle Royale games, right? You need more Battle Royale games, like Fantasy Life, but with Battle Royale. Monster Hunter, but with Battle Royale. How about Black Ops, but with Battle Royale? Because that makes sense.
No. Nah. I'm good.
Well,
Gucci.
Unfortunately, it seems as if that's what we might be getting with the Black Ops 4, as reported by DigitalTrends.com. It seems as if that might be the direction that they're going, because though they referenced PlayerUnknown's Battleground before Fortnite, we all know that right now Fortnite is just the biggest thing since sliced bread Pikachu's right now.
Sliced bread Pikachu's. Have you just gotten to the point you combined the two?
Yeah, I forgot the "and" in there. I'll admit that part. I did forget the "and."
Oh my goodness. Okay, anyway.
I'm not quite sure how this is going to really pan out because, unfortunately, I didn't necessarily enjoy the Call of Duty Black Ops games. I do realize that they are fun for some people, but... Some people, yes. Now, I realize that
Call of Duty might as well have a goddamn cult. Tell me I'm wrong. The fact that you can play the same game with just slight upgrades over and over again, that's not Pokemon, because we all know almost everybody born in the 90s is part of the Pokemon cult.
Okay, what I will argue, though, is that this game, what it tries to do is it tries to set itself apart from most shooters.
But now they're going to have a battle royale.
Yeah, and I just don't know how that's going to work, because we went from like exosuits to in space to...
But doesn't make sense.
I mean, we're not going to get into the physics of how you have an explosion in the vacuum of space and
it didn't make sense in Borderlands, but Borderlands wasn't meant to make sense.
Oh no, Borderlands was about
not making sense.
70 bazillion guns. Like, that's exactly what it was all about. I mean, let's just even with the idea of them having a battle royale mode, as reported by Digital Trends, it's possibly that they're going to be taking away the single player campaign. Okay, so you're going to take away the one thing that would probably make the game
unique.
Unique. Because at that point,
and still itself.
At that point, you could just get you can get Fortnite. It's free. Like you could honestly do that.
It's not a Fortnite clone. Oh my goodness, Mr. Gamer. Don't be that guy.
I'm not going to be that guy. I'm going to be that gamer. Okay. Unfortunately, though, it seems as if the Battle Royale fiasco or craze, infection, perhaps, won't just be...
Obsession is the word you're looking for.
Thank you. Obsession will not just be going over to possibly Call of Duty, because what is the one title that everyone needs on the Nintendo Switch? I'll give you two guesses.
Undertale?
Possibly. Possibly. I mean, we got it on the PC
I got one more
and
guess,
PS4.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a hint. Hint me.
There's guns.
Borderlands?
No, I'm sorry. It's Fortnite!
Oh.
Yeah, we might be getting Fortnite on a Nintendo Switch.
So
a
that
threat.
would be really awesome to just play Borderlands on the Switch.
That's just not happening.
Oh God, can you imagine God of War on the Switch?
Okay, you know what? If Doom can make it on the Switch, I think God of War could. I don't, and I'm sorry, I don't think Fortnite can make it on the Switch. And here's why. Fortnite, the Battle Royale mode, because Fortnite has its own separate thing.
It does.
Yeah, did you know that Fortnite is not just Battle Royale?
No.
They actually do have something where you're fighting against waves of zombies.
Really?
Yes!
That's not how people have sold it to me.
Well, because that part you have to pay for. The Battle Royale part is free. Yeah, and by the way, the game is still in early access, but whatever. Anywho, so...
It got dark in here suddenly.
So it seems as if we might be rumored from some leaker who obviously is anonymous because you're not going to put the name of who possibly leaked something like that on Resetera. And for those who don't know, Resetera is a gaming forum that popped up after the fallout of NeoGAF. So essentially, everyone who disliked the way that things were happening over at NeoGAF went over to Resetera. But that's a topic for a completely different conversation. The reason why I don't think Fortnite is going to work out very well on the Switch.
Switch is mobile, and there's no reason to be playing a Battle Royale game while you're mobile.
Or, I mean, as a matter of fact, you pretty much just hit it on the spot with one important factor. An internet connection. Which is why I don't think Overwatch is ever going to be coming to the Switch. There isn't a single player local thing on the Switch. Now, people can argue, well, what about Splatoon? Splatoon has local single player. There are local elements to it.
I mean, that, and you can just get a bunch of dweebs and sit around in a circle while playing this. I said what I said.
And I coughed what I coughed.
Oh, well, don't get your germs on me.
Anywho.
Or that salt.
Miss Duval, I don't think that this is first of all, I don't think Fortnite's coming to the Switch. Sorry if that upsets people. It's just not happening.
I don't think anybody's hurting.
Like, not to mention, there's no reason for it to come to the Nintendo Switch. Like,
I really feel like almost everybody who has a Nintendo Switch does not care about Fortnite like that.
I mean, you can get Fortnite on your phone before you get it on the Switch.
That's dumb.
It's a thing, though.
Technology is weird.
Technology is weird. I'm not holding my breath for that at all. I don't think it's anything that I need.
You know what people shouldn't have hold their breath for, though?
What's that?
Universal FanCon.
What is Universal FanCon?
Okay, so for those of you that don't know or have been living not on Twitter space for the past, I'm going to say 4 or 5 days now?
Yes, about 4 or 5 days.
Okay, so Universal FanCon was this dreamed up baby that was pretty much a con for fandoms and marginalized group. If you're black, other people of color, if you were disabled, if you were a woman, if you were gay, this was the place where the con was made by people like that, for people like that, for us, by us, essentially.
Now, who exactly were the founders of this again? It was, it was Jamie Broadnax of Black Nerd Girls and Robert Butler of the Black Geeks. Now, what you won't be able to find, unfortunately, is any remnants of this Kickstarter because it kind of, would you say imploded or exploded? I'm going to actually say it kind of imploded.
Dude.
On itself here.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so the Kickstarter started off in 2016, and because I'm very skeptical of first year cons because of things like DASCon and things like that, I didn't pay attention to it. That much attention to it. I wasn't about to put money into this.
Yeah, putting money to kickstart a convention
See, the thing is, I will not knock people who crowdfund because it works if the person isn't a freaking scam artist, though I can't call them a scam artist because we don't know what actually happened. But it's pretty much a huge...
Oh, no. I know. Okay, I will. I believe that this was a scam. There was no transparency as far as what exactly happened, but we are getting ahead of ourselves, and we didn't let them know what happened.
So what essentially happened on April 20th, 420.
Oh.
Ironic, isn't it?
I guess so.
So because I was there, I was on ground zero on Twitter. The first thing I saw was people talking about how FanCon was suddenly canceled. The way those people have found out was through the hotel reservations being canceled, that whole hotel block being canceled out. And then FanCon, Universal FanCon executives, whatever, mass emailed all the Kickstarters. Unfortunately, all of them were CC'd and not BCC'd, so a lot of people's emails got leaked, and reply alls were horrible.
So from what it sounds like, and this is someone who actually
they said that it's been and they said it was postponed. Something about it's nothing. Yeah.
So, and I'm not going to knock the people who put money into this. As a matter of fact, I really feel sorry for them that they were swindled, because that was actually exactly what happened. But I do have to raise a question. And now you said that you support crowdfunding because sometimes it works if the people are scam artists. But at the same time, some of the things that you would need to have crowdfunded, for example, just based off of what you see when the picture of what you see when you would first go to the FanCon page, they talk about how, as you said before, it's inclusive, representative of all groups. You would think that you would want to have significantly more backing than the possibility of getting money online for something like this.
And see, actually, thank you for pointing this out, because I can't think of her name, but it's a comic book artist who owns her own business that I follow, and she was actually speaking about, like, if I find her name, I will tweet it out to you guys later, but she was actually speaking about how the fact that if you're going to start a Kickstarter on anything, Indigo or anything like that, you need to make a plan, because people don't make a plan. And honestly, even if they didn't mean for this to happen, they did not plan this. Like, you got twice the amount of money that you had even requested, and you should expect for a first year con you to not break even, period.
I mean, on top of the fact that
you need to expect to lose your own money.
You know what unfortunate thing this makes me think about?
What?
Mighty Number 9. Do you know why?
Why? Because
it was a game that was crowdfunded, reached its goal, set stretch goals, reached those goals, and those goals, and those goals, and those goals. And the end product, unfortunately with these people, they didn't even get an end product. But the end product of all of that
was trash.
Was a pile of, it was so bad and not worth the money. Because, and I even have to bring this up again. Ukulele
was trash.
Ukulele was just so, and I'm bringing it back to this story specifically. They originally, according to this, had a goal of $25,000.
I don't know what the hell they thought they were going to be.
What were you going to do with $25,000?
And this is the article that this is on is very long, because a lot of people in the community investigated and came together with this.
Kind of like the bully hunters.
Yeah, but only they got shit done. This article, not the bully hunters.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what?
No. So one of the things. But that's the thing when it comes to doing something like this. They wanted to be San Diego Comic-Con. They wanted to be the Great Gatsby.
Yeah, about that.
Okay, but they didn't plan. And then on top of that, one of their executive of finances that they got on Tides. I can't say his name for the life of me. There he is. Lay down. Right here. That dude.
Tall Tham.
Yes. Okay, so he was also a part. He has cons under his belt that have all failed, and people weren't refunded. One of them being called PrideCon. Which was a con for LGBT. And this is the other thing that's been pissing me off. It's like, you didn't vet a dude.
You didn't really, it doesn't seem like anyone was vetting anything.
You didn't vet someone who had failed conventions on his belt and refused to refund those people that had believed in something. On top of that, these are marginalized people taking advantage of the community they say they're standing up for. Do you know how many thousands of dollars people are out of? One person even believed in this so much, they got the $5,000 tier.
Oh, yes, that beautiful tier, which gets you the wonderful prizes of... Your name will appear as a sponsor in collateral materials. You'll have unlimited access to the con for you and a friend.
Which doesn't make sense.
Right? A sponsor suite at one of our host hotels, whatever that looks like. 4 additional weekend passes for your friends. So you and the friend get full access, but...
You get 4 more additional passes.
Weekend pass. Okay, sure. Pictures with and autographs from celebrity guests with an asterisk. Don't worry, we'll update you on what that asterisk means. Full backstage access to the con, no waiting online.
Okay, so pause. That full backstage access thing is fucking bullshit, because do you know how unsafe that can be? Now, not waiting in lines, that part, cool. Backstage, though?
Yeah.
No.
It's like, I have no idea who you are, and yes, you gave all this money, but once again, I have no idea who you are. Oh, but we're not done. Guaranteed access to your favorite panels, which I'm assuming would mean that you would let them know the panels you want to go, and then they would have to have a special seat for you to make sure that you didn't miss on the panel.
The golden seat that says VIPs, which I've actually seen that happen.
Okay.
With VIPs, like, okay, they have special seatings for these.
Right, and so, yeah, no, makes sense. We're not even done. Special con swag, ... whatever that means. A universal FanCon swag bag. A special VIP experience for you and a guest.
Again, what does that mean?
Like, we don't... Okay, yeah, so for you and a guest, and that's supposed to mean... What exactly?
And honestly, because the person who did that backing, they're on this website as well. They did it. They had said something on Twitter, and this was going to be their first con, and they believed in this so much, and they're out $5,000.
Ah, yes, and here it is, the asterisk with that celebrity, with the celebrity autograph and/or photo. What does the asterisk next to the photo op mean? Everyone who is eligible for a photo op reward will choose from the available and participating celebrities. There were supposed to be quite a few, by the way, and they're expensive. I don't know if you've actually ever tried to get a photo op with a celebrity, but yeah, that ain't cheap. We do not choose your celebrity photo op for you. However, we may choose the day and time of the photo opportunities based on celebrity participant availability. So you may want to get a photo with, let's just say, Stan Lee, and you paid $5,000 for that and everything, but you may not get it.
So, yeah. And the people that ran the FanCon have either been very vague in the aftermath of this blow up, or has this been radio silent, which speaks volumes on what's happening. Because it's pretty much like, are you buying time to make up a lie? Because you're getting sued. Someone's going to sue you.
And the fact that the way that you found out that you weren't going... Actually, not that you weren't going to the convention, because I guess you could try to go to the convention and it doesn't exist, but that the convention was canceled was because the hotels had to tell you...
And the thing is, not everybody was able to get the blocked hotels. So a lot of people found out through Twitter, and a lot of people aren't on Twitter. So they either found out through the Kickstarter, or if they just bought the tickets, they didn't find out until the next day that this was canceled.
Okay, sidebar. Is everything happening on Twitter? Like, do I have to get my not even 6-month-old nephew a Twitter? Like, everything is happening on Twitter.
Yes, old man. Like, seriously, Twitter is just easy to communicate with because it's just statuses and people talking to each other, versus Facebook is where you're talking on a page to a bunch of family members and or friends or strangers. But Facebook strangers are not fun because most of them are old and cranky.
Oh, well, we do want to make sure that we will be fair, and we will let you know exactly what it is that the director of community outreach, Jamie Broadnax, wrote to everyone at Universal FanCon. It is with a heavy heart that we must announce that Universal FanCon is being postponed until further notice.
Postponed.
We understand and deeply apologize for the disappointment and anger that this decision may generate. We are acutely aware of the impact of postponing the convention. We understand there will be a lot of people affected by this decision, and we are working hard to help everyone make alternate arrangements. P.S. That's a lie. We are now taking the steps to reschedule the convention and will provide an update on when the new date is announced. All registered ticket holders and exhibitors will have the opportunity to have a ticket and booth space held for them at no additional cost. I would hope so. We are currently working on a list of FAQs to go on the website to answer as many questions as possible about why this happened and what went wrong here. Thank you for your hard work and dedication to Universal FanCon. If you receive instructions from the public, then you can have them email. Email's been marked out. We apologize for any inconvenience this may have caused you, and we hope you will join us in the future for a new event with Universal FanCon.
So, here's the thing. That's all great and dandy, but then they put up their FAQs, and we're like, oh, this is how you can try and get air credits so you can, if you decide to cancel your airfare. Oh, we're still going to have an Infinity War screening.
What?
Oh, yeah. They said if you guys want and you still want to come out, we can have an Infinity War screening. Everybody's coming to jump you.
Yeah.
Okay, they're all on Thanos' army right now, coming to stomp you.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, this kind of shows the
ugly.
This shows the ugly side of crowdfunding, and
in a really big way, because so many people were affected about this. People are literally out. Vendors, their stuff, they had already shipped out their stuff to these hotels and stuff, and now they need to be able to go there and get them back if they're not able to sell it.
Well, I mean, not only that, but you also have to take into account this, and I guess I didn't know about it, but I can see how people who are marginalized were like, oh yes, a place for me. I will gladly just...
Yes, it's one of those, it's like if we had a huge gaming furry convention.
Oh boy, oh my god, I think I would literally need to take off 6 months if I was ever going to try to do anything like that. And I mean 6 months minimum, because I just got scared about thinking about trying to put anything like that on. But I do understand your point that A, you plan, and B, whatever amount you think you need, you probably need double that.
And whatever amount you think you need, you're probably going to need double that, and you need to expect to lose half of it out of your own pocket, because people gave to this thing in good faith. And now someone who is actually legit and like, hey, we want to do this, is going to feel this backlash.
Oh, and I definitely know that there have been quite a few people have been feeling this backlash. Like, I'm not quite sure. Ooh, excuse me.
Okay. Getting your voice breakers there, huh?
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how Black Girl Nerds are doing right now.
Oh, Black Girls Nerds, because Jamie's personal statement on her website was so flippant. She made herself sound, she was like, oh, I was a volunteer and didn't know anything about the finances from co-founder. You're the co-founder, huh, honey? Like, there is no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Like, you're not being transparent, even if you didn't know, because she knew and they knew at the bare minimum April 3rd what was going on. And they were even talking about starting a GoFundMe because they realized, oh, we don't have this money. Why wouldn't you ask the community to help you more? You know the people are here for this. You know
because they got what they wanted.
Like, I think that's the other thing that upsets me, but it makes me feel so happy to see the community come together, because people are putting together virtual online stores for the vendors. Someone got, an emergency space for people that are still coming to Baltimore. People are putting together events and stuff, like pop-up events, pop-up cons and stuff for people who are going to still fly out to Baltimore. People are helping other people figure out how to get their money or just get airfare credits back because of everything that's going on. People are teaching each other how to do back charts on credit cards because this, no matter how much they say it wasn't a scam and we're sorry.
Yeah, that's not meaning a whole lot in this case. And this was just... Ooh-wee. Ugly. Ugly is the...
And like, and I know people I know people want to defend Jamie in particular because unfortunately she is the most visible with the highest follower count and everything on all her social media. She has a huge following, but
and a Patreon.
So she is getting hit the hardest with her writers leaving, Black Girl Nurse and everything, and the so-called Marine Man just went into hiding after having a fucking after having a meltdown on Twitter and then deleting said tweets.
Because that's what you do. I have to say what I have to say, but then after I got it out there, before anything terrible happens, or before the internet, as the internet typically does, screenshots and rips me to complete shreds, let me delete what I said.
Because they're like, oh, people are saying we're scammers and stuff. This isn't what it is. Well, you're not telling us what happened to the money. So, and I just really feel for everybody. Like, I legit feel bad for everybody because this could have been something great. Like, first year cons are supposed to have growing pains.
Well, in order for them to have growing pains,
they need to happen.
Yeah, they actually need to happen. They need to, exist. And let this be a lesson to, like, you gotta be careful with your money. If it's too good to be true, it probably is. Now, and I don't want
Give as much as you're willing to lose.
Give as much as you're willing to lose. Like, don't think of this as... I don't want you to think of this as an investment. Think of it as, can I lose this? Because, unfortunately, with Kickstarters, especially ones that have grand ideas like this, unfortunately, it seems as if you're more likely to lose anything than gain anything. And I hope I'm never in a... I have to say, for transparency, I have had one good Kickstarter. I've supported one, and it was the Accentware headphones.
Oh, okay. I was going to say Skullgirls?
No. The Accentware headphones. I got those, and it was amazing. And then I, unfortunately, supported Ukulele, and all I got was a stupid t-shirt.
I mean, it's a nice t-shirt. You can paint in it.
Yeah, I suppose. But I do believe that
we're going to leave it on the website because it's a lot.
It's a whole lot. It's way more than
we'll be here all night.
It's way too much to get to in this whole. And this podcast will not be able to completely cover everything, but we at least gave
drinking.
at least we were able to give you as much important information as we can. And with that being said, this is Mr. Gamer,
and this is Kitty Duvall
signing off.